Hello friends, I am your maths faculty from QLS Academy. Today we are going to learn on the topic integers. So let's start our lesson for today. In our last class we learned about multiplication of integers. In this class we will learn properties of multiplication of integers. The first property is closure under multiplication. Let's see with some examples. Minus 20 into minus 5 is 100. Product is an integer. Well, minus 15 into 17 is minus 255. Again, the product is an integer. This gives us an idea that the product of two integers is again an integer. So, we can say that integer is closed under multiplication. Well, this closed under multiplication is the closure property. In general, if a and b are two positive integers, then a into b is also an integer. Next property, commutativity of multiplication. Commutativity. Again, let's learn with an example. 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. This is statement 1. Minus 4 into 3 is also minus 12. This is statement number 2. Well, the product, which is 3 into minus 4 is also minus 12. Minus 4 into 3 is also minus 12. Minus 12 and minus 12 are equal. So, both the statements are equal. 3 into minus 4 is equals to minus 4 into 3. Well, this is called commutativity. Minus 15 into minus 10 is equals to 150 is equals to minus 10 into minus 15. Well, doesn't matter if we'll write minus 10 before or minus 15 before. The answer will be same. The above example suggests multiplication is commutative for integers. Write down any 5 examples as you like. In general, for any two integers a and b, a into b will be equal to b into a. Now, multiplication by 0. Multiplication by 0. We know that any whole number when multiplied by 0 gives 0. 0 से किसी को भी multiply कर देंगे, वो कोई भी number हो, answer 0 आएगा. Observe the following product of negative integer and 0. These are obtained from a pattern done earlier. Well, क्या इंटीजर्स में भी सेम होता है जैसे होल नंबर्स में होता है? क्या नेगेटिव नंबर्स को भी जब मैं 0 से मल्टीप्लाई करूँगी तो आंसर 0 आएगा? लेट्स सी. minus 3 into 0 is 0. 0 into minus 4 is 0. This shows that the product of negative integer and 0 is also 0. In general, for any integer a into 0 is equals to 0 into a is equals to 0. मतलब इंटीजर हो या होल नंबर किसी भी चीज़ को 0 से इंटू करेंगे तो आंसर 0 ही आएगा. नेक्स्ट आइडेंटिटी इज मल्टीप्लिकेटिव आइडेंटिटी. We know that 1 is a multiplicative identity of whole numbers. That is, whenever we multiply a whole number by 1, the answer will be the whole number. Check that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integer as well. Observe the following product of integers with 1. Minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. 1 into 5 is 5. This shows that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers too. In general, for any integer a, we have a into 1 is equals to 1 into a. Answer will always be a. 0 is the additive identity, whereas 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. We get additive inverse of an integer when we multiply minus 1 to a. That is, a into minus 1 is equals to minus 1 into a is equals to minus a. This will be the additive inverse. Whenever we multiply any integer a by minus 1, we will get its additive inverse. Okay? Next identity is associativity of multiplication. Associativity. Well, it is same as it was in whole numbers. Consider minus 3, minus 2 and 5. Look at minus 3 and minus 2 in a bracket and then multiply 5. Now, let's take minus 2 and 5 in a bracket and multiply minus 3 later. In the first case, minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together, and in the second case, minus 2 and 5 are grouped together. We can see that minus 3 and minus 2 into 5 is 6 into 5, which is 30. Similarly, minus 3 minus 2 into 5 is minus 3 into minus 10. Minus 3 into minus 10 is again 30. We will get the same answer in each of the cases. Thus, minus 3 into minus 2 in bracket and 5 aside, then minus 3 aside and minus 2 and 5 in bracket is called the associativity of multiplication. In general, for any three integer a, b and c, a into b into c is equals to A into bracket में B into C. Thus, this is called associativity. It is same as that of whole numbers. Whole numbers, the product of three integers does not depend upon the grouping of integers. Thus, this is called associative property of multiplication of integers. Second property is distributivity. Distributive property. We know 16 into 10 plus 2. Well, it can be written as 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. This is called distributivity. Let us check if this is true for integers also. Observe the following. A. Minus 2 into 3 plus 5. Bracket में 3 plus 5. Can we say 3 plus 5 is 8? Yes, 3 plus 5 is 8. Minus 2 into 8 is equals to minus 16. Now, minus 2 into 3 plus minus 2 into 5. It will be minus 6 plus minus 10. Again, the answer will remain minus 16. So, we will get the same answer in each of the cases. So, now B. Minus 4 into minus 2 plus 7. Minus 2 and 7 are grouped together. Now, the result will be minus 2 plus 7 can be written as 5. Minus 4 into 5 will be minus 20. Now, we will do the distributivity. We will do minus 4 into minus 2 plus minus 4 into 7. Minus 4 into minus 2 is 8, while minus 4 into 7 is minus 28. 8 plus minus 28 is minus 20. Answer remained same. So, we can say that minus 4 into 5 is equals to minus 4 into minus 2 plus minus 4 into 7. We can say that the distributivity of multiplication over addition is true for integers. Yes, we can obviously say that. In general, if any integer a, b and c, a into bracket में b plus c is equals to a into b plus a into c. Now consider the following. We can say that 4 into 3 minus 8 is equals to 4 into 3 minus 4 into 8. Let us check. 4 into 3 minus 8 is equals to 4 into minus 5. 4 into minus 5 is minus 20. 4 into 3 minus 4 into 8 is 12 minus 32. It is again minus 20. So, we can say that in each of the cases the answer is same. In general, for any three integers a, b and c, a into b minus c is equals to a into b minus a into c. Now, let us move to the next part, making multiplication easier. Consider the following. We can find minus 25 into 37 into 4 as minus 25 into 37 grouped together into 4, which will be minus 925 into 4. The answer will be minus 3700. Or we can do minus 25 into 37 into 4 as minus 25 into 4 grouped together into 37. The answer will be minus 100 into 37, which is minus 3700. Obviously, the second way is easier because multiplication of minus 25 and 4 gives minus 100, which is easier to multiply with 37. So, we find that the commutativity, associativity and distributivity of integers help us to make the calculation simpler. In a class test containing 15 questions, 4 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Gurpreet attempts all questions but only 9 of her answers are correct. What is the total score? One of her friend gets 5 answers correct. What is her score? Solution. Marks given for correct answer is 4. The total correct answer of Gurpreet is 4 into 9. 4 into 9 is 36. Marks given for incorrect answer is minus 2. So, the marks for 6, which is 15 minus 9 incorrect answers will be minus 2 into 6, which will be minus 12. Therefore, Gurpreet's total score will be 36 plus minus 12, that will be 24. Now, the marks of a friend. Marks given for 1 correct answer is 4. So, the marks given for 5 correct answer will be 4 into 5, 20. Marks given for 1 incorrect answer is minus 2. So, the marks given for 10 incorrect answer will be minus 2 into 10 minus 20. Therefore, her friend's total score will be 20 plus minus 20, that will be 0. This was the end of this lecture. So, to conclude, today we learned about properties of multiplication of integers. For any further information or you have any query, kindly go to the following links. Thank you.